Good morning, everyone. I'm speaking to you from my studio in the beautiful mountains, the foothills of the Cascade Range. It's November 6th, and as I look out my window, I can see the snow levels getting lower and lower. Can definitely feel that winter is approaching. It's only a matter of days before we have snow here at our place. So today I'll be reading from you from the Bible story, and we're going to be talking about the birth of Jesus. The baby that everybody wanted. Did you ever want a baby brother or a baby sister to come to your home? If so, you know how eagerly you look forward to his coming and how happy you were when he arrived. And you loved him because he was yours, your very own. There was one baby boy, however, whom everybody wanted. For hundreds of years, all over the world, fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters hoped that this very special baby would come to their home. For a long time, nobody knew just when or where he would be born. So parents everywhere kept wondering, will he come to our home? And every little girl hoped that she would grow up to be the mother of this baby. You see, this baby was part of a promise made by God in the Garden of Eden after Adam and Eve had made their sad mistake. After God had told them that they must leave their beautiful home, he said to the serpent, who had caused all the trouble, "I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." This meant that someday a child or grandchild or great-grandchild of Eve's would bruise or crush the head of the wicked serpent and undo all the evil he had done. Someday a wonderful baby would be born who would break the power of Satan and regain all that man had lost because of sin. Eve thought that she would be the mother of this baby. When Cain was born, she said, "I have gotten a man from the Lord." But Cain was not the one. He turned out to be a murderer and killed his brother Abel. After Abel's death, Eve had another little boy and called him Seth, meaning the appointed one. But again, she was mistaken. He was not the appointed one. Of course, Eve had baby girls too, and without a doubt she told all of them about God's promise. So when each girl grew up and married, she hoped that she would be the mother of the wonderful baby who would do all the glorious things God had spoken of. But all were mistaken. However, they passed on the promise to their little girls, who told it to their little girls, who told it to their little girls, and so on down the years. In this way of hope of coming Savior and Deliverer was kept alive from century to century. That Moses knew about the promise is certain. He said to the children of Israel, "The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken." Balaam knew about it too, for instead of cursing Israel as Balak wanted him to, he said, "There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel." By this he meant that someone was coming who would be both a light and a king, and people wondered the more when the promised child would come. The prophet Isaiah was more definite. He wrote, "Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Again, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder." After this, many who had lost hope hoped again. Many a little mother looked down at her precious baby boy and must have asked, could this be the one? When grown up, will my boy be the great leader whom God promised to send? Then the prophet Micah revealed the very place where the child was to be born. From home to home, and especially from mother to mother, the news spread like wildfire. "But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little amongst the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth unto me that is to be a ruler in Israel." All eyes turned towards Bethlehem, and for a little while every mother and child in or near the city became important. But nothing happened. And as the years rolled by, Micah's prophecy was forgotten. A few who remembered it thought he must have been mistaken. And then, after the Jews had been taken away into captivity and everybody was discouraged, another prophet brought thrilling news about the baby. Daniel claimed that the angel Gabriel had told him the exact time when the great deliverer would appear. Gabriel, he said, had told him that from the going forth of the commandment to restore, to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. This was the most definite word yet. From the time that the king of Persia should order the rebuilding of Jerusalem to the coming of the Messiah the Prince would be 69 weeks.
"69 weeks? That's no time at all," people said. "He'll be here in less than 2 years." But others said the week must be prophetic weeks, with each day reckoned as a year. And they were right, and this meant the world had to wait almost another 500 years. That is a long, long time, and as the years passed, Daniel's words were forgotten, and people came to think that the wonderful baby would never come. Then, when many had given up hope altogether, something happened. The angel Gabriel came again, this time not to the prophet, but to a girl. He brought great news from heaven.